All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Investing Your Future. I'm your host, Coach Kenny, here for the last episode of the Money Game Part 6. If you guys have not seen the other episodes, I suggest you go back and listen to the first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth parts of the Money Game. I broke it down in terms of those people who are really struggling to learn about the money game. We are really focused on teaching people here at Investing Your Future. Really, it's a company I started to invest in people, and they also invest in teaching people financial literacy, business, credit, real estate. That's why we do this podcast. We have videos on YouTube. Check us out at Coach Kenny. Also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all Coach Kenny. So check it out and make sure you follow. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, make sure you hit below, hit the comments, hit the likes, hit the subscribe button, hit a thumbs up. Also, if you have a question or comment, leave them down below. We'll get back to you. I know we get like lots of comments and stuff, and I'll get all of them to them. But today is part 6 of Investing Your Future Money Game. I wanted to really break it down a little bit more for you guys on the last part here, which is strictly on how people can really level themselves up. We broke it down the first part, what money is. We talked about how to get it. But the most important now is really closing out here this money game series on what the money mistakes that people are making that really avoids them reaching their financial goals that they're reaching for. Most financial goals that people are trying to reach are very good goals. Sometimes people say, I want to make, I want to make $1 million a year. I want to make $100,000 a year. I want to make, $10,000 a month, whatever the amount is. Because I coach students in terms of improving their money game and improving their money situations. And I always ask them, one of my first questions I ask all my students is, what is your goals? What is your money goals? What are you trying to reach? What are you trying to do? And most of the goals is, I want to make $100,000 a year. I want to make 6 figures. I want to make $1 million a year. I want my business to make, $1 million top line, which are all great goals. But now I'm like, okay, that's a great goal to have. But goals, like I said, goals without actions are just dreams. You have to have a goal and you have to add actions to it to get the results you want. So think about it. A thought is a goal that you think about. Hey, I want this specific thing or this specific number. And then the action is going to take, we talked about that in part 3 of my game, the action is going to take to reach that goal. It's going to be a lot more action than you're making now, because obviously the actions that you're taking now are not getting you the number that you want. So you have to increase your amount of action, amount of frequency, amount of consistency, and also the amount of input that you need to put in there. And the last part is the results. So you measure the results and say, okay, well, my goal was $1 million a year. Okay, the action is I need to make 100 calls a day, or whatever the action is, whatever the amount is, and you track that. And then we go to the end of the year or the end of the month, whatever the time period is, because remember, we want to put a time period on it. We don't just want to make a fluid goal that says, I want to make $1 million a year. Okay, when is that $1 million going to be hitting? When is it going to hit the account? When is the time period? Once we hit that time period, we look at things and we extract the data and say, okay, what did we do? Did we make the 100 calls per day? Did we close these amount of sales? Did we make this kind of money? Did we find a job that's going to make us this money? And if we didn't, that means we failed that goal. And then we reevaluate, readjust, and pivot, or add more things, or make sure we be more accountable, or maybe add more people to the team, or figure out other methods or other actions that we need to take to be able to reach the goals that we want. So understand, it's really, really that simple when it comes to a money goal. And it comes to any goal that you want. If you follow that same action, first comes thought, then comes action, then comes results. And the money game is just a result that you want. The money ends, the end goal is $1 million a year. Okay, well, it's going to take a lot more action. If you're making 100,000 a year right now, it's going to take probably 10 or 15 times more the action that you make in order to make $1 million a year. And you could extract that to any number you want. All right. But today, specifically, I want to talk about part 6. This is the basics of money mistakes that people make. All right. I made these mistakes hundreds of times. And the biggest thing is understand, if you make mistakes, understand, learn from them. I took the error of not learning from my mistakes. Let me give you guys a quick story. When I was in high school, a bank came to our high school, and the bank was giving out student cards, student credit cards because they're doing it specifically for seniors. So you can sign up to get a credit card first, and it was, I forget what bank it was, but this was back in Boston. So they came to high school. They entice you with, hey, we'll give you a free toy or free calculator if you sign up for a new checking account. And, just put in $10, and also with the checking account came a credit card. All right, this credit card was, I think, $100 or $200 or $300. I forget how much. I think it was $300 for the starting credit card. Now, remember, in high school, you don't have credit. You don't understand credit. You don't even know what credit really is. You just think it's free money. That's your first immature mind thinks free money. Anytime the mind thinks it's free, it's going to automatically want it. All right. So they signed up probably 50 to 100 kids for these credit cards and these checking accounts. Now, when they give you the credit card, you fill in the application and it comes to your house. It comes with your name. And you fill the envelope. It's a white envelope, but you feel it. You feel the hard piece in there. It comes a credit card with your name on it. And it shows the limit on the sheet. It says $300 limit. I think it says the interest rate on the bottom, but nobody really reads the interest rate. Nobody even really understands the interest rate. So you just think you have $300 to spend. All right. So I took that credit card. I think I went and bought some shoes, bought some food, and I bought something for somebody else, I think, and that was it. Money was gone. Boom. I think I spent it within 2 weeks. The next month, I get a bill. The bill says you owe $315, something like that. Cost plus interest. And I didn't have the money. And they said the minimum to pay is $16, something like that. I said, okay, cool. I made the first payment, $16. Next month, the bill came, same thing. Make a payment. This time, I didn't want to make the payment. Well, I think I was late. I still made the payment, but I was a little bit late. So they added a fee, added a late fee. Boom, now it goes from $315 or whatever it was, $300 to $345 or something like that, right? Next month, same thing. Oh, this month, this down payment, this not down payment, this minimum payment. I made the minimum payment. Same thing. For about 6 months, I made my payments. Then I just stopped. I said, I'm sick of paying this credit card. The shoes have already worn out. You've already bought the shoes and you worn them out. The food's already been eaten. The gift you gave somebody else, they're already gone. It's like you're pointless. You're like, what could happen, right? This went on and on and on. So that interest rate went up and the payment went up, and the cost of that loan that I borrowed, $300, exploded to like $1,000 with cost and fees and interest and all these other things. Then I started getting collection calls. All right, collection calls to my phone. Hey, you owe us this much, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd get these collection letters in my mail, blue letters saying you owe this much, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't learn from that. I didn't learn that, wow, okay, you know what? I should learn about credit. I should learn about how to fix my credit, how to work my credit, how to pay off debt, how to debt structure, how to do all these specific things. That was a mistake I was making as a youth. If somebody had taught me, hey, listen, this $300, do not spend more than 30%. That's what usually happens with credit. You don't want to spend more than 30%. Then your utilization would have been low. These are mistakes I made. So understand the most important mistakes you're making right now with your money is you're most likely overspending. That's the number one mistake most people are making. You're making way too little. You're spending way too much. That's the number one mistake most people make. You make way too little and you spend way too much. Now, if you increase your income, increase how much you make, and you still spend too much, you're still going to be broke. So I'm saying you have to do both. You have to make more money and reduce your spending. That's the number one mistake people are making, is they spending way too much money and not making enough money. Mistake number two is understanding that when you are making money, and this goes down to actually a book I want you guys to read. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere. You can even get it at your library. But The Richest Man in Babylon states that if you do not save a certain amount of money, you'll always be poor. And also they say that the seeds of greatness are not in you if you cannot save money. The seeds of greatness are not in you if you cannot save money. So understand, you have to learn how to save money. You have to try to learn how to save a certain percentage. I suggest as a coach, when I coach my students, save 50% of your money. Save 50% of your money. It's just a fact, right? Mistake number two, not saving enough. And mistake number three is not learning how to invest. All right, this is part 6 of the money game. Not learning how to invest. When it comes to investing, it really comes down to a couple of theories, all right? Active and passive. Active investing and passive investing. If you're investing in stock market, you're investing in these things. This is more passive. You put your money there. You hope it grows. You hope it brings you some kind of income. You hope it grows in terms of equity, and then you can take the money out. Active income. So active investing. This is actually you actually taking your credit that you built up, buying certain things. Could be businesses, could be real estate, actively putting the effort into it, managing it, fixing it, renovating it, getting buyers, getting managers, getting agents, actively getting involved, and that's an active investment. I suggest for all my students, you always have to have both. Have active investments, have passive investments. Now, passive does not necessarily mean you don't look at them ever. You passive, which means they work when you are not working. All right, and they bring in passive income. I 100% believe in passive income. I 100% also believe in active income. I believe in passive investing and active investing. These are things you should be studying on both sides of if you want to become a great person who handles money well. Active investing, passive investing, active income, passive income. Study these things, master these things. This will help you with your money game leveling up. All right. So understand this. Understand how to make money, understand how to save money, and understand how to multiply it or investing it. All right. These are the theories that you need to understand and master if you want to become a great money game master, if you want to really level yourself up. And the money limit that you put in yourself is limited to you, only your imagination. Let me repeat that. The money that you feel you want to make is only limited by your imagination, because the theory of I want to make a certain amount of money, someone else has already made that money. You can emulate that and get the same results. So you're only making the certain amount of money that you're making now is because of your theory, your mindset, and your actions that you're taking to give you that results that you have right now. If you're in poverty, it means your actions are poverty actions. If you're wealthy, it means you have wealthy habits and wealthy actions. It always correlates. There's nothing out here of people cheating you, people doing this, because people always feel like everything's against them. The external world's always against them. No, it's actually an internal world inside you that you can change, and that can be able to change your money blueprint, and in turn change your money game, and in turn change your money account that you have in your bank. If you do not understand that, you need to rewind this and listen to it over and over and over again to understand this. And also, I suggest you go back, listen to episode 1 through 6, and listen through them over and over and over again, because I break it down like a master class on the money game. All right, and the things you should be studying, and the things you should be focusing on, and the things you should be doing to be able to increase your money game. If you do not do those things, you will not get the results that you want. Jim Rohn has a great quote. He says, in order for things to change, you have to change. It doesn't happen by chance. It happens by change. All right. So you have to change. You have to change your habits. You have to change your internal thought process. You have to change your mindset. You have to change who you hang out with. You have to change who you're reading. You have to change what you watch. You have to change all these things around you to curate your environment. And once you curate your environment starts turning into you, the person you want to be, which is a person who has a lot of money, a lot of funds, a lot of excess money. If you can understand that, you will change your money game. All right. It really comes down to that. We always offering classes, events, seminars, conferences, one-on-one coaching. All these things are available to you to level your money game up. Listen, we don't have too many spots. We have a conference coming up next year. It's going to be, I believe, in May, I believe. If you can get early bird tickets, get those early bird tickets, because it's going to be also great for people to come and learn from other people who are business brokers, bankers, credit specialists, obviously real estate specialists. All these people are there to help you improve your money game. All right. And if you want that one-on-one coaching, that one-on-one call is only $99. Quick call, you can get booked up. Those bookings come really book fast, so make sure you book it. The calendar link will be down low. It's a link tree. Just click the link and you'll see book with Coach Kenny. Book your time with Coach Kenny. We can see how we can help you and your family. If you know somebody else who could use this information, make sure you share, like, and comment, and so people can see and people can get more information on how they can improve their money game. All right, I suggest that, guys. This is what I highly suggest. This information we give out for free. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for donations. I don't have a, pay me here, blah, blah, blah. No, if you want coaching, you're going to pay for coaching. But this information right here, I give on my time off, my free time. I have multiple businesses I'm running right now, friends, family, all these things come around me. But the whole point is I still come out and give strangers information because I believe that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to give and teach these certain things to people that might not have access to the information. So, but if you want that one-on-one coaching specifically for you or for your business, click the link below. Otherwise, guys, make sure you follow, like. Next week, we'll be back again with another episode. This time, I'm proud to bring on a guest. If you have any suggestions for guests, make sure you leave them down below, tag them so we can contact them, and our team can be able to book the time that works best for both of us, so we can get them on the podcast and be able to help you guys bring on more knowledge to help you guys level up. All right. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you at the top.